YouTube fam, what is up? So today I'm going to talk about pulling the equity out of your house to buy another piece of real estate. Is that the right thing to do, or is that the wrong thing to do? So I'm going to share with you kind of my opinion, and I'm going to give you guys my advice on, if I were you, exactly what I would do. All right. So if you have any question along the way, drop it in the chat. Also too is, all right, if you enjoy this video, be sure to boom, smash that thumbs up. Once again, if you're new to the family, be sure to boom, smash that subscribe button. But let's get right into it. So I've been getting so many DMs. That's why I decided to go live on YouTube, because I was getting a lot of DM on Instagram. And a lot of you said, hey, Khang, I got, 50,000, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000. All right. There's someone that even said I got 160,000. All right. In my home equity, right? So they basically have a house, okay? And now this is their home, right? So this is your home, and you have let's just say you got $50,000 in equity, all right? So you have $50,000 in your home equity, and you're thinking about doing like a line of credit, all right? For those of you who don't know what a line of credit is, it's also called as a HELOC, okay? As a HELOC, which is a line of credit. And a HELOC loan is actually very good, all right? Because so let's just say that you have a HELOC, a line of credit on your house for $50K. The question is, what do you do with that $50,000 or the $40,000 or the $100,000, all right? So what do you do with it? So a lot of people, here's what they want to do, all right? A lot of people wants to take the line of, so 50,000. So let me talk about the line of credit, the HELOC. For those of you who don't know what this is, so the bank will loan you 9%, all right, on your house, all right? So if this is your primary residence, the bank will loan you 90% on it, right? And you can get a line of credit. So let's just say that your house is worth 100,000 and you own it free and clear, all right? You own the property free and clear. The bank will loan you 90,000, okay? They'll give you 90,000, or it can also be known as a HELOC. They can give you a line of credit of $90,000. So think about this line of credit or the HELOC. It's like a credit card. All right. It's like a credit card. It's exactly like that. So if they give you a line of credit of $90,000 on your house, okay, and let's just say if you use $10,000, they will only charge you the interest, all right, on the 10,000, not the 90,000. So it's like a credit card. They will charge you interest based on the amount that you use off the credit that they gave you. So a line of credit is really, really good. The reason why is because that 90,000 can sit there for 3 years, 5 years. And if you don't touch it, just like a credit card, you're not going to be paying any interest. You're not going to be penalized. But it's nice that you have 90,000 sitting there. So whenever you need it, you can actually pull the money and then use it. But the real question is, how do you use it? Because a lot of you are using it the wrong way. All right. So let me show you what I would do if I were you in your position. And let's just say have $50,000 in equity. All right. So let's just say here's your house. Okay, so this is your primary resident, all right, and you got 50K, all right, $50,000 in equity that you can pull out, but you're still stuck at the J-O the B, okay, you're still stuck at the J-O the B, and a lot of you, what you want to do is you want to take this 50,000, and then you want to go buy another piece of real estate. See, that's what majority of people would do, and this is probably not a good move to make. If I were you, I would not do this. So if you take your $50,000 and you go and park it in a piece of real estate, right? That real estate, if you even buying it right, majority of you don't even know how to buy a piece of real estate correctly. All right. So typically, majority of you would take the 50,000, go put a down payment on this. All right. Put a 20% to buy this rental property. And this property probably pays you nothing. Majority of you probably end up breaking even. Okay. Best case, if you buying it at 1% rule, if you buy that property at a 1% rule, then this property will pay you $250 a month. That is net, right? After mortgage, expense, utilities, property manager, maintenance. That property will pay you $250 a month if you're buying it at the 1% rule. And for those of you who don't know what a 1% rule is, which means if the property's worth $100,000, if the property's worth $100,000, you need to get at least $1,000 back in rent, which means that will guarantee you to have a positive cash flow, not a negative cash flow. Make sense? Like, I don't see any comments, so I don't know if you guys understand this, or should I continue, or this too much? Because you guys need to understand this, because when you start to wholesale when you start to make a lot of money in wholesaling, you need to start buying property, but you need to know and understand how to buy correctly. Okay? So 100K, 1,000, you need to get $1,000 back in rent. But the problem is you taking your $50,000, you're still stuck at the J O to B, you're taking your 50K, you park it in this piece of real estate, okay? And so you're taking your $50,000, you're trading it for $250 a month. Now, the question I want to ask you is that $250 going to change your life? Is that $250 going to help you quit the J O to B? That is the question I want to ask you. Please, YouTube family, answer me. You're taking the $50,000, because this is what a lot of you have been asking me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, DMing me, and said you want to take the equity out of your house to buy another piece of real estate. And this is exactly what you're doing. You're taking your 50K, you're trading it for $250 a month. How's that going to change your life? It's not. So if you take $250 times it by 12, how much is that? $3,000 a year? You think that extra $3,000 is going to change your life? No, ain't going to do shit. Okay? And what happened is that if this renter moves out, that $3,000 is gone. Because now you're doing what's called a turnover. So you got to go in there, you got to put new paint, carpet, all kinds of stuff. With the cost of inflation, all right, material costs, labor costs, you're probably going to even come out of pocket with another $7,000 to renovate the property. So you can move a new renter in there. And if you're working at a J O to B, coming out of pocket with an extra $7,000, dude, that's a lot of money. So that's why when we target tired landlord, right? It's typically a mom and pop. They're not a savvy investor, right? It's a mom and pop. They're not a savvy investor. So they like the renter to stay in there as long as possible. So they under market rent, right? They rent that property below market rent because they can't afford to spend $7,000 every single year or $10,000 every single year to renovate the property to move a new renter in there. Makes sense? So majority of the renter, if they live in there for 5 years, 10 years, so when the mom and pop go sell that rental, and they manage the rental themselves. And this is why you don't want to be in that position. So now they're in a distressed situation where they're not, after a renter lives in there for 5 years, I'm telling you, dude, you got to spend at least $20,000+ to go and renovate if they don't totally destroy the property. And most mom and pop don't have an extra 20 G's to just throw out the property, fix it up, and then list it on the market and try to get retail value. So now they're in a distressed situation, and that's where we come in, right? We lock it under contract for dirt cheap, and then boom, we end up making a profit on it. Because this is the game that they're playing, which they're playing the wrong game. So if you're thinking this is the game you want to play, I'm telling you, dude, you will be stuck at that J O to B for the next 10 to 20 years. So unless you like working there, you're happy with your current situation, you don't want to build a business, you don't want to be an entrepreneur, then what you do is you take the 50K, then you do that. Okay? Rick said, Sam is a good friend of mine. He said, keep on using debt, all right? When most people don't have to pay cash. So the thing is, Rick, here's what you got to understand. If you go and ask Sam, because I also did an interview with his partner, okay? They both did this first, my friend. You see, this is something you don't understand, and this is something they don't teach you. So if you ask Sam or anybody, I don't care if it's Sam, I don't care if it's anybody you know. Every self-made millionaire that I know, Rick, this is how they do it, okay? This is how they got rich. They do not get rich by real estate, by buying real estate first. So Rick, let me shed you in on the light. And once again, you can go and ask anybody you want. Robert Kiyosaki, same shit, all right? Grant Cardone, same thing. So if you follow me on Instagram, Uncle G, which is Grant Cardone, he made a video. I shared to my Instagram story. He said, if I wanted to get rich, I would not go buy real estate. He said, I would have just do a seminar, right? Build a business. That's what he's saying. He said, I would just throw a seminar, get 10,000 people in there and make $10 million. Search it up. Like, the thing that I say, I don't just pull it out of my ass and then just tell you guys about it. I don't read it in a book and tell you about it because I go through this whole experience just like you, starting from the bottom. I go through the entire journey, so I understand what's going on, right? When I first started, it was the same thing. I thought that, hey, you know, Lon and I, we're like, hey, let's go buy rental. Even if we break even, right? We're like, dude, even if we break even, we'll be happy because we're not paying the mortgage, the renter's paying it down. And then, 10, 15 years later, that probably be worth more. Make sense? So that's not the game plan that you want to play. So here's what you need to do. So if you have a $50,000 in equity and you're still stuck at the J or the B, what you need to do is to escape this, then you need to take this $50K, my friend, and you need to build a business. That's what you need to do. Okay? So if you have a line of credit, okay? Oh man, let me get some more people on here. Okay, I'm gonna go live on Instagram again. I don't know how many times here. Okay, hold on a second. So once again, if you want to turn this 50,000 into 500,000, you don't go buy real estate. Okay? You build a business. You want to take 500K to 5 million? Same thing, bro. You want to go 50K to 500K, 500K to 5 million. It's by building a business. Search it up. Every self-made millionaires or multi-millionaire that I know, and you can search every single one of them up. I don't care who it is. They all started out, dude, right? They work at a JOB. They did not take the money from the JOB and then start going buy rental property. If they do that, dude, and then all of a sudden they became rich, dude, they're probably 10 to 20 years. Okay? It's probably 10 to 20 years. Anybody, I don't care who it is, anybody you search up online. You see, so if you have $50,000 in equity, right, to turn into 500K, you don't go buy real estate. You take that, dude, and then you build a business. Because within 1 to 2 years of building that business, leveraging your money, you can literally make $10,000 to $20,000 a month net. I'm talking about take home. So the game plan that you need to play is, hey, how can I now take the baby money that I got, whether it's from your 401k. I also want to talk about the 401k. Instagram family, head over to YouTube because I'm going live on YouTube right now. And I'm going to talk to you guys, and even with the money on the 401k. So Instagram family, head over to YouTube. I'm going to shut down IG Live, okay? I just need more people on there. Okay, even with the money 401k, and I will talk about that. So what you need to do is you need to take your baby money. You do not go buy real estate. You take it, you kickstart a side hustle, all right, to build a business out of that. Because only then you can make $10,000 to $20,000 within 1 to 2 years. Only by building a business, my friend. And I'm talking about net take home in your bank. Jamie says, smash that likes. Boom. Also, too, is 401k. Does this make sense? You guys, And comment and let me know if you agree or disagree. If you disagree, name one person. I want you to name one person. Prove it to me. Name one person that go from a J-O to B to buying real estate. And then within 1 to 2 years, okay, they will profit between 10 to 20,000 net. I mean net. Take home, baby, from that. Name one person that started from a J-O to B, that buy real estate, and then start making 10 to 20,000 net a month. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that start from a J-O to B, buy real estate, and can get rich in 3 years. Nobody. Everybody I know, dude, they started from a JOB and then they start a side hustle. Here's how it works. They go from a JOB to a side hustle. And then from a side hustle, they actually, once a side hustle makes more money than the JO to B, they quit. They take that 8 hours, they go all into building that side, turning the side hustle into a freaking full-time business. And once they start to make a boatload of money from their business, then they go buy real estate because they'll be like, because to them, they're making so much money. They'll be like, dude, I'm paying 40% to 50% to Uncle Sam. How can I save that? How can I save the most I can? So they take that and then they go buy real estate. And then that piece of real estate pays some, let's even say that real estate pays them $500 a month. Do you think they care about the $500 cash flow? Hell to the no. If you're making $100,000 from a month from your business, do you care about a $500 cash flow? Dude, you don't even think about it. This is probably toilet paper to you. Dude, I'm being serious because I'm in that position. See, so right now, even though I take home $10,000 a month in cash flow, but I don't really care about it. Like, I don't even think about it. It's baby money. When you're making $350,000 a month, dude, do you care about $10,000 check? You don't really care. You just want to build this thing up, man. So for them, they'll be like, well, I don't care about the 500. What I care is how now, instead of paying $400,000 to Uncle Sam, dude, I'm just going to go park it in a piece of real estate. So now I have an asset. I don't have to pay Uncle Sam $400K. My renter is paying down my debt. Shit. And then over the next 10 to 20 years, this property is going to be worth double in price. You see that, my friend? So the rich, they don't really play the cash flow. What they play is they play the appreciation and the tax write-off game. That's the game that they're playing. Because for you to get really good cash flow, you need to own at least 50 rental or more. And majority of those rental has to be paid down and paid off. Majority of them has to be free and clear. That's when the cash flow becomes really good, right? Juicy. But how can you own 50 rentals by working at J-O the B, my friend? How can you? And how can you pay off those 50 rentals by working at the J-O the B? Explain that to me. You can't. Because if you do, it's a 20-year game plan. That's right. You can't. Okay? So let's talk about the 401k. The 401k, the biggest scam in the world. Biggest scam. For those of you who's now working at a J-O to B, hold on a second. For those of you who's working at a J-O to B, my question to you is, who got their money in the 401k? Answer me this question. Now, once again, I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a tax accounting. I'm not giving you any legal advice. I'm just sharing with you what I would do and what I did. I did not put my money in the 401k. All of my coworker said I was stupid because they said, Khang, the company will match whatever you put in. It's free money. But they don't understand this. That's what got you trapped. That's what got them still working at the J-O the B. Because they're trapped, dude. That's what they do to you. They like, hey, I'm going to give you this benefit, that benefit, Medicare, welfare, this and that. So they can trap you, dude. Do you guys not understand? So all of my coworkers still stuck at the J O the B because they're like, Khang, the company will match you up to $100. So if you take $100 out of your paycheck, the company will match you up to max. The company I used to work for will match you $100. I don't know about you, but who do you know that retire with a 401k and it's paying them $20,000 a month? Who do you know? Come on, man. Shit, bro. Because you think that if you retire with a 401k, and even if it pays you $3,000 a month, you think with inflation, with cost of living, you think that by the time you retire at 65, that this $3,000 is enough to give you a comfortable life? Come on, man. Shit, bro. Now listen, if you want to be mediocre, if you just want to have an ordinary life, one, you wouldn't follow me, so unsubscribe. You wouldn't, because it's just a waste of your time, right? So that would be the first step, is unsubscribe, unfollow me. If you just want to have an ordinary life, regular life, average, mediocre, middle class, then yes, put your money in the 401k and then work until you're 65 and try to live off that 401k. Try. You'll still be whining and crying like a little bitch at 65. Oh my God, I can't believe cost of gas prices going up. I used to remember it when it was $1. Bitch, ain't gonna happen, man. Dude, it's gonna go to $7, $10, $12. So this is not the game you want to play. So your whole thing with, see, here's how they trap you, man. Because they ruin your mindset. Because they keep on wanting you to think that, hey, if you don't put in the money in the 401k, you're trapped, right? You'll be like, dude, you're losing out on the $100. So the government, what they do is they take your money first. So you put in this thing called 401k. Who knows where that shit is? And then the government gets to use your money for free until you're 60 freaking 5. If you're trying to take this money out early, bam, Uncle Sam's going to come after you and boom. He's going to tax you, baby. Right? He's going to tax you. That's right. He took your money first out of your paycheck. All right? And then if you try to take it out early, bam. Come on, man. Shit. So the game plan is you need to keep on thinking, well, I don't want to retire with $3,000. You see, what happened is that if you stop thinking, if you become comfortable, you don't think outside the box. You don't seek for more. So when you don't seek for more, you're not going to get more. You're not going to have more. Do you understand where I'm coming from? You know, unless you're unhappy and unsatisfied, you'll be like, dude, I don't care about the 401k, man. I want to retire where, dude, I need to get $20,000 a month. How can I do that? And then your brain will start to open up. And then that's when you'll be like, dude, the game I want to play is the real estate game. Okay? Bam. That's it. Make sense? And here's another question I want to ask all of you. Okay? Who do you know that work at a J.O. the B, man, that can really live a comfortable life in their 30 or 40? Who do you know that work at a J.O. the B, and by the time they're 30 or 40, they control their own schedule, they work whenever they want, they got millions of dollars, bunch of real estates? Who do you know? Nobody. Everybody, every millionaire or rich people I know, dude, they have their own business, dude. By the time I was 32, I was financially free. Wake up whenever, do whatever, wherever, with whoever the F that I want. And that's because I sacrificed my 20 to build my business. And that's all I focus on doing. And I suggest that if you want to become financially free, if you don't want to work until you're 65, slaving away, building someone else's dream like a little bitch, then you need to start man up, woman up, focus on building your own empire. It will take time. Yes, it will be hard, but it will be all worth it. It will be extremely hard. I just want to let you know that. Because nothing worth having comes easy. If you want a life that majority cannot have, you want to drive cars that most can't even dream of, then you got to be willing to sacrifice and work harder than most will. That's it. If you go to the gym 5 days a week and you're eating clean, who's going to have the body? And I only go 1 day a week and I'm just eating all the bad food. Who do you think's going to have a nicer body? Come on, man. Shit, bro. That's all it is. All right, let me take some questions really quick here. Honestly, do you guys enjoy this? If you do, boom, smash the thumbs up. Please let me know. Because, you know, every single time when I put out a piece of video, it's all about like, hey, how can this video add the most value to the people who's watching it? And if it's not, then it's just a waste of your time and my time. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Kev said, I have a deal on contract. The ARV is 330. Okay, let's talk about the deal, man. Okay, let's talk about the deal. So the ARV, okay, is 330,000. I love numbers, so let's go ahead and do this. But I suck at math. All my cash buy, don't want it more than 200K. Okay, so which tells you that the property is probably, that's all it's worth. So your cash buyer, okay, only wants to pay $200,000 for it, unless it's not an investor. With your help, can we JV King Kong close April 23rd? Okay, so number one, Kev, is yes, send that deal over to. Hold on a second. Hold on here, man. Any one of you who got a deal on the contract, you need help finding buyers, email those to jvdeals@wtmfam.com. All right. But I can tell you right now, Kev. So the question is, dude, how much is the rehab? It's the ARV is 330. What's the rehab cost, bro? Because I also need you to understand what's a deal and what's not a deal. Because majority of you don't understand what's a deal and what's not a deal. So I need to know, dude, and what is the rehab cost, bro? What is the rehab? Re-A-B. Oh my God. What's the rehab cost, dude? 100K. Okay. So the rehab cost is 100K. Okay, what do you got under contract for? Okay, I want to know that. What do you got under contract for? Because if I take 330, okay, if I take 330 minus 30%, okay, if I take 330 minus 30%, okay, that put us at 231K, 231,000, and then you minus $100,000 in rehab, dude, you're at 131. So 131, anything lower than 131 is your profit, dude. That's your problem, dude. Okay, Kev, you got under contract for 190, bro. And then they would, dude, that's a $10,000 wholesale fee. Why not get it done, dude? Because I'm telling you right now, if the property's worth 330, dude, if it needs $100,000 in rehab, whoever willing to pay you $200,000 is fair. Because they're going to put $100,000 into rehab, dude. Now they're all in for $300,000. Like, to me, I wouldn't buy this deal. Like, I wouldn't buy the deal. Okay? So I'm telling you, like, why don't you just, dude, assign it, make that 10K, dude, move on to the next deal. I know that you want to make more. I understand that. So what we can do is email it over to me. We'll send it out to our cash buyer and see if we can get you more for it. But I'm telling you, dude, like, it closed April, like, you're running out of time. What, April 24th? If I were you, dude, call the investor back, negotiate with the buyer, and see if you can get the buyer to come up to 210. Get that 20K, dude. And if the buyer doesn't come up to 20K, see if you can squeeze in 205. 205, dude. Try and get as much as you can, dude, and move on to the next deal, dude. I'm telling you, Kev. If I were you, dude, the clock is ticking to get that 10K, 15, whatever you can, dude, and just move on to the next deal, dude. When it comes to wholesaling, dude, it's just volume, right? Just do more deal. All right. Khang, let me know if this is a deal. Okay. A lot of you do, you're wasting time on things that are not a deal. All right. Because a lot of you don't, once again, you don't know what a deal is. So hopefully this helps. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Property's under contract for 85K. Okay. Under contract for 85K. Rehab is 30 to 40. Okay. So let's just say 40K rehab. Okay. So I'm going to put under contract. Okay. Under contract. Rehab. Okay. The duplex, okay, for the duplex, okay, so this is a duplex, that's good to know. Okay, when it comes to a duplex, dude, I need to know rent. What is each unit can rent for? The owner occupying one side and the other side is rented for 1K. I believe ARV is 210. Okay, dude, this sounds like a freaking killer deal, dude. So ARV, okay, ARV is 210. Dude, this sounds like hella deal. You should get this thing sold already. Okay, so current rent is $1,000. Okay, so the rent, so basically you can get $2,000 in rent potentially, right? If you're able to rent both sides out. Dude, okay, so my question for you is, how long have you gotten this under contract for? Now I want to know what city, what state this is in. Because, dude, I would be interested. I would be interested in sending this out to my buyers. So I can't pronounce your name, all right? But let me know, dude. What city, what state is this in? Come on, man. Let's go, baby. Dude, I'm excited. Like this, dude, this looks like a hella deal. So rehab 40K. So we take 85 plus 40K in rehab. So you're all in. Whoever's going to buy this, dude, is all in for 125. Okay? So they're all in for 125. Guess what they can do? After that, if it were really worth 210, you can go to the bank and you can do what's called cash out refi. Check this out. So if I take 210 times 75%, so the bank will loan you. Okay, dude, this is a good deal. So if you haven't sold this, there has to be a problem. Okay. So the bank, once you fix the property up, now it's worth, once you fix the property up, now you're all in for 125. Dude, the property's worth 210. So the bank will loan you 75% on the ARV, which is the bank will loan you 75% on the actual appraisal, whatever the property's worth, right? So which means at 75%, the bank will loan you 157. And you only have 125 in it, which means, so if I take 157, dude, this is a killer deal. Which means you will walk away with a $32,000, and that, my friend, is tax-free. And this is why, so the cash out refi, so whoever you borrow the 125 from, they get paid off. The new loan on it with the bank is 157, right? But then you also get you also walk away with a $32,000. And that is tax-free. Dude, why don't you buy this, bro? But I understand you want to wholesale. But if you do that, you get to keep $32,000 and you don't have to pay anything to Uncle Sam. If you were to wholesale this and make a $32,000 profit, you will have to split it and you have to pay Uncle Sam 25%. Oh, this property's in Louisiana? Bro, email it over to me. How long have you got this under contract for? Bro, whatever you can do. I am 18 and this is my first deal and I would appreciate any help. Dude, email this over to me and I think we can get this thing sold within a couple days. I got some buyers in Louisiana. That dude. So with this kind of rent, you get $2,000 back in rent. Dude, this thing cash flow all day long. I'm thinking you probably get at least a $500 cash flow. Roughly. I didn't really do the number on it, but this seems like a really good deal. So email it over, man. Just locked the property under contract yesterday. The seller is highly motivated once it's gone and 30 or less day. Dude, email this over and we'll get this thing sold. Okay, so the question is, how much you want to make on it? Dude, that's the next question. I'm excited. So if you got under contract for 85, my question to you is how much would you send it out to the buyer for? Answer me this question, bro. Let's go, dude. Let's go, bro. Dude, let's make some Mobi together. It's too slow. Too slow. Okay, let's move on to the next deal. Dude, send it over, dude. I'm thinking that this right here, bro, if I were you, dude, we're going to send it out to the buyer. 85K. Hold on. Let me just calculate. I want my first deal to be a fat check. Okay, dude, 85K. So I just want to let you know, bro, is that typically if we JV on any deal, it's a 50-50 split. All right. So we're going to JV. I want to make sure we're up front and you're cool with it. It's going to be a 50-50 split. So my question to you is, how much were you planning to send this to the buyer for? So you got in the contract for 85K. How much are you planning to sell this to the buyer for? I want to know that. So comment in, let me know, dude. Dude, this is going to be a fat check, baby. Too slow, dude. Come on, man. Punch it in there. Dude, I'm excited for this deal, dude. This is a good deal. Okay, let's talk about another one. You just got this locked up too, man. Dude, I'm excited. Justin. Okay. Justin said I have a deal. So whoever it is, man, I need to know, dude. 85K under contract. How much are you sending out to the buyer for? Because let's do the math. 210 minus, let's just go with 25% minus 40. Boom, 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 boom. If I were you, dude, I'm thinking that we can send this out to the buyer. Dude, I'm thinking 185, dude. Let's send it out to the buyer for 125. Dude, let me tell you this, dude. 125 minus 85K. Dude, that's a 40G, dude. $40,000 spread. We each get 20K. Are you cool with that? I'm thinking let's send it out for 125 and let's see what happened. If the $40,000 is in there, I mean, we can even try to go a little higher too. Dude, we can even try to go like 135. I just want to, let's try for 135. If I were you, I would try to send it out to the buyer for 135. And then if we don't get any offer comes in within 5 days, then let's drop it to 125. And then we'll wait for another 5 days. If we get no, dude, this is, I'm all of you that's watching, this is the strategy that I am using, all right, to sell my deal. And then another 5 day, dude. If we don't get anything from 125, then let's just drop it down to 120 or 115. And at that price, dude, this thing is going to go like pancakes. If all the number is correct. I want your cash buyer list. Dude, come on, man. All right, send it over and then let's get this thing done. Okay? All right. Who here wants to know how to build up your cash buyers list? There's a software that I use where I can literally go in any city, any states, any zip code, and with one click of a button, I can get all the cash buyer that I want. Who wants to know? Okay, I have a deal as well. If you don't mind writing up the numbers, ARV is 218, okay? ARV, 218,000, okay? Asking 70,000, okay? Asking is 70,000, so it's not under contract yet, okay? I don't care about the lot size. I don't care about the square footage. I don't care about none of that. Birmingham, Alabama. Dude, I have a buyer there too, bro. Okay, dude. So the question is, dude, what is it under contract for? What is it under contract for? So for those of you who want to know, here's the software that I use, all right? Extremely powerful. Go to dealsformenow.com. But also too is I will also leave the link right below when I'm done with the live in the descriptions where I did a tutorial on YouTube. I think it's like a 30-minute long or something like that. Literally walk you through exactly how to use the software. You take the property address, you put in there, one click of a button, it'll pull up all the cash buyer. The software costs about $97 a month. But if it can make you 10K a month, 20K a month, when you need it and it's there for you, Shit. You tell me. So my thing is, you know, and a lot of you said, hey, Khang, it's expensive. Then my thing to use your mindset is corrupted. You're stepping over dollars for pennies. All right. So Justin, I am talking about your deal right now, dude. So my question to you is it under contract, dude? That's what I want to know. A lot of you do, you're talking about a deal that's not even under contract. If it's not under contract, dude, you got no deal. What's the deal at? Dude, I lost it already. Shit. Here it is. So Dustin, the question is it under contract, dude? I'm in Louisiana and Mississippi. Let's collaborate. Dustin, I got you, dude. So Dustin, I want to know, dude, is it under contract, dude? Asking is $70K. Once again, dude, this is a killer deal. If it's not under contract yet, dude, come on, man. Shit, bro. Why is it not under contract yet? And Dustin, if it is under contract, dude, let's talk about the numbers. Once again, for those of you who's like, hey, having trouble, you want a JV? Hold on a second. Oh, my God, dude. Email it over to jvdeals@wtmfam.com. Okay? I just bought your book, man. Let's go get this money. Dude, I appreciate you. For those of you, if you haven't grabbed my book, I can tell you right now, it is the only book that you need. I literally share with you everything in the book, like all the software, everybody that I'm using to build my 6-figure-a-month wholesaling operation. Okay? So all you need to do is go to, oh man, go to WTMbook.com. And for those of you, if you grab my book, and if you like it, if you can do me a favor, it will mean the world to me if you can drop me a review on Amazon. My team and I work extremely hard to get this book in your hands, cut out all the BS, and literally gave you everything away for free. Well, I mean, if you have Kindle, the book is free to download. Justin is not even on here anymore, dude. Justin, dude, he gone. He's like, dude, Khang said it's a good deal. I'm done. I'm going to go lock it up, dude. Lock this shit up, dude. Asking 70,000 ARVs 218, dude. Lock it up, dude. Right? I mean, I would call the seller and I would offer the seller 50,000. Let's just see what he say. Maybe we can meet in the middle, lock it up for 60K. Now you just gain an extra $10,000. And dude, let's just say you got under contract for 70. Let me tell you how much you can potentially make on this deal, dude. Dude, 70K. Easy. Dude, send it out for I'm sorry. I need to know the rehab costs. Without that, it's hard to. I need to know what it's going to cost to rehab the property, man. I think Dustin is gone. He's like heading off, calling the seller. Because 218, if I take 218 minus 30%, that is at 152. I don't know how much it's going to cost to rehab the property. Let's just say $50,000. $50,000, dude. If it's $50,000, which means you can wholesale this property out to a buy for 102, and you got under contract for 70K. But typically, I would go and start higher. So if I do 218 minus, let's just say 25%, so we're at 163 minus 50K, that's what I would start. If I got under contract for 70K, if it does need a 50,000 in rehab, I'm just assuming I would try to sell this property to an end buyer for 115, dude. So if I take 115 minus 70K, bam, that's a $45,000 deal. Right there, baby. Justin is already gone. That guy's already gone calling the seller, locking this deal up. See, a lot of you, dude, sometimes you don't know because obviously you haven't done it before, so you lack confidence. You don't know what's a deal, what's not a deal. Even if it's a deal, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm too scared to lock this property up. And let me share and let me break that mindset and help you move past that, okay? But before that, for those of you who's like, Khang, I love to be coached. So if you need mentorship or coaching, right, to help you get started or help you build, grow, scale, and automate your wholesaling operation, whether you're trying to close your first deal or maybe you have done some deals, but you're like, Khang, how can I start doing one deal consistently? And how can I do it like you where I want to start wholesaling virtually? Go to coachwithkhang.com right there. I pin it right there. Go to coachwithkhang.com, fill out the application, book a call with my team. Love to help you out. Okay. I mean, this is the kind of things that we talk about inside of our inside of my Wholesale to Million Academy. Like any deal that you got through, dude, we will walk you through the deal. Like we'll walk you through it, all right? And making sure that you can pull the trigger, and then we'll help you find the buyer for the deal as well. All right, he said it's under contract for 40K. What? Dude, Dustin, you got it, dude. No, man, that must be a rehab cost. Dude, Dustin, I'll buy from you, bro. Dude, I'll buy from you for 40K, and I'll send it out to the buyer for 115. Bro, dude, Justin, let's get on the phone, dude. Put in your phone number, baby. Justin, put in your phone number, dude. Bro, lock it up, dude. If you need help finding the buyer for it, Justin, yes, it's under contract for 40K, man. Dude, Justin. Okay, man. How long did you got this property in the contract for? How long you got it in the contract for, dude? This might be a 6-figure deal, bro. This might be like a 100K deal. So how much is the rehab? Dude, Justin, send it over, dude. Justin, email it over, dude. Let's get this thing sold, baby. Colin's about to make serious profit if Justin sell it. Dude, Justin, let's go, baby. Oh, man, you guys are too slow, man. Colin found a gold mine. I know. Maybe this is all I need to do. Maybe this is all I need to do is go live on YouTube and then just work with you guys on some deals, man. Maybe this is all I need to do. And I love it. We're all making money, man. Will you do JV deals in California? Yeah, man, dude. I don't care what city, what states you're in. All right? We have cash buyer nationwide. Okay? I think, Justin, hopefully you email that over, Justin. Khang, what is the process when it comes to hiring a general contractor to inspect your property wherever it's located? And can you, dude, bro, dude, this is a good question. You're ready for this, dude? So there's a company that I use, bro, that call WeGoLook.com. So this company, dude, is almost like Uber to real estate investor, but they only work with companies. So you must have an LLC or they're not going to work with you. They don't work with individual. They only work with business owner. So you have to have an LLC. But dude, they will go take picture for you, and it costs like $100 or something like that. But they will send someone out there, dude, on your behalf, on your company behalf. They'll get picture for you. They can put on lockbox for you. They can do video for you, and they will also have an inspector that will inspect the property for you and give you a breakdown of what the cost will be. All right. But if you don't want to use them, you can also just call up some contractor and let them know, hey, you're looking to get a bid, right, on this property that you're buying, and they will go out there and happy to pay for. And then typically, some of them will do a free estimate. But in my opinion, dude, if you know you're not going to use them and you're just going to get them to go out there and give you a bid, at least pay for their time. So don't take someone's time, right, and not pay them, even though they say that they'll give you a free estimate. But obviously they do that because, you know, you have to have an intention of working with that person. Make sense? But if you don't and you're just looking to get a free estimate, right, then at least pay for their time. And it's not that expensive. It costs like $100, $150. But also, you know, but by doing that, you build relationship with people. Make sense? It all comes down to, dude, it's relationship. Relationship, dude, worth more than the $100, okay? Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? I'm giving you guys everything, man. What other question? Anybody has any other deals? Anybody have any deals under contract? Okay. All right, Dustin. So I have it under contract for 40. I'm asking the potential buyer 4, 75K. Dude, you put 70, 75. My rehab ARV, rehab is 60. ARV is 218. Okay, good question, bro. So let's do this again. Okay, now that I got all the number, dude. So ARV is 218. Rehab is 60K. Under contract, 40K. Okay. So if I were you, if I go 218 minus, let's just say 25%. So now you got 163 minus 60K in rehab. Dude, I would send this out. So that will put us at 103, bro. But honestly, dude, if I were you, I would go ahead and send this out for 115. Within 5 days, if I don't see anybody, if I don't see any bids, then I'm going to lower to 105. And at that 105, dude, might be the spot that you're going to get this thing sold if all the number is correct. So you're looking at 105 minus 40K. Dude, I would do a double closing on this. 104, 105, that's a $65,000 deal. All right? And if we split it, right? I don't know if you need help finding buyer or not, but if we split in half, dude, you get 32.5, I get 32.5. All right? That's it. So Dustin, you can either try to sell this yourself, or once again, if you want to email it over and we'll help you find a buyer. And once again, it will have to be a 50-50 split. All right. But we're going to do it. If I were you, put it out for 115 in 5 days. You got no offer. You need to come back. You need to lower the price, dude. A 105 and then blast it out to your buyer again with a big headline price drop. But I'm thinking that your sweet spot is around that 105 to 100K, dude. You get this thing sold like pancakes. So your first deal, dude, 60 potential 60 to 65K. You can take the rest of the year off because most of you don't even make 65K a year. See, that's the power of being able to build a business. One wholesale deal like this, dude, can set you guys this free. And a lot of you whine and complain like a little bitch of how much you pay me to get mentored. So let's talk about mentorship, all right? So a lot of you, you're stepping over dollars for penny. You'll be like, I don't want to pay this person X amount. Dude, if you don't, then you're missing out on something like this. I'm just saying. See, because once you do it once, you have the knowledge, the experience. You know you can do it again and again and again and again. The problem with most of you when we're starting out is that, you don't have the knowledge. So when you don't know how to do it, you're missing out on making that. What other questions? I'm ready to close in 15 days. Dustin, let's go, baby. Me too. And the thing is, Dustin, I think if we can find a buyer closing in 15 days, dude, shouldn't be a problem. So email it over to that. And then Angeline, which is my VA, she will help you find a buyer for the deal. Oh, man, my phone is blowing up now. Okay, I'm going to go for another 7 minutes. I'm going to ask you this, all right, before I waste another 7 minutes. Who here would be down if I'm going to show you, all right, how to make an extra $20,000 a month without you putting in the work? Who wants to know that? Who wants to know? If nobody wants to know, then I'll just get off. Because all of you, we all know wholesaling, right? I mean, that's what I talk about because that's what my main business is built off of. So wholesaling is what made me a millionaire. But recently what I started is called Co-wholesale. And it's exactly what I'm doing right now on YouTube. But what's crazy is that I spent no time on this. So I have a VA, all right? I have a VA that I specialize in. I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong word. So I have a VA that she works 5 hours a day. And the VA costs you between $3 to $5 an hour. So $3 to $5 an hour. So if you even pay that VA $5 an hour and she works 5 hours a day, that's $25 that you pay for that VA per day, okay? And here's what she does. She'll go on to all the social media platform, Facebook Marketplace. Like, okay, I don't have the time, but co-wholesaling, you can literally hire a VA because you don't need high skills. You don't need a high-level skill set to co-wholesale. And all she do is she reach out to other people on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. So she go through and she scrub and find all these wholesaler, just like what we just did, that already has a property under contract. And then we're just going to help them find the buyer. And the key is, where do we get the buyer? And your VA can do this. You don't even have to touch it. So typically you would just spend 1 hour a day just to train up your VA, making sure that, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to do. You can go on, and maybe you just want to focus on your wholesaling, and then have a VA. All they do is they focus on co-wholesale. And if you pay them $25 a day, and if in a month, how much is that in a month? 30 days. Dude, that's only $750. And if they just find you one JV deal, and that JV deal, dude, makes you 10K. The question now is, how do you guarantee, all right, to actually find the buyer for the deal? So there's a software that I use. But once again, the best thing to do is I will leave the link in the description, where I basically going to explain to you exactly how to build a side hustle on co-wholesaling leveraging a VA. So for those of you who have some extra cash to invest in the VA and into the software, so the software is going to cost you $97 a month. But once again, if that $97 a month can close you just one deal. So we take 97, even times it for 12 months. Dude, you only spend $1,164 a year on this software, and if you just close one 10K deal, that will pay for the entire software, and it will pay for the VA for how long? 750, 10,000. So now it's 8,000. Let's just say 8,000 divided by 750. Dude, even if you close one deal, that $10,000 deal will pay for 10 months of that VA and 1 full year of that software. Is it worth it? The question is it worth it? Absolutely. I mean, if you hire a VA and you get 12 months and all she closes one deal, dude, I would have just fired her and let her go within like a couple months. Within 3 months, if she can't even find you a deal, done. Let her go. Obviously, she's not hustling. And it's not just that, but you're not on top of her. Or him. Could be a he too, I'm sorry. But all of my VAs are girls. Because Lon, because Lon runs the whole operation in the back end. But I'm going to talk about co-wholesaling, and I'm going to leave that link right in the descriptions. Must watch the video. Now, for those of you, if you just want to know what that software is, here it is, baby. This is this software, powerful. Okay? Better than prop streams. Dealsformenow.com. Once again, if you watch that tutorial video, I'm going to leave it in the descriptions. But once you sign up for dealsformenow.com, they have 5 videos in your dashboard, and I would highly recommend that you watch those 5 videos first, because those 5 videos, they're going to show you how to use the AI tools to be able to find motivated, distressed property in any city, any states. Imagine if you get to if you know 90 days before anyone gets into pre-foreclosure, divorce, or tax delinquents. How powerful is that? So this is a software we've been using to close all of our deals recently. The biggest one we just closed was, I think, for 50-some thousand. Let me see here. Do you think it's possible to expand to 3 to 5 VAs to make 4 times more money? Someone is thinking big. Yes, dude, absolutely. But I wouldn't recommend that you start out going crazy. All right. I don't recommend, dude, even if you have $50,000 to spend, I don't recommend that you start, because what you need to do is, dude, what you need to do first is you need to prove that concept work for you. It might work for me, but you want to make sure that it proves that it's working for you before you start to pour so much money into a black hole. The biggest problem with most people when they start a business, bro, is that they don't get creative, which means that they need to maximize what they got instead of thinking they get all the money in the world and they just dump it in. And all of a sudden they created this black hole where it's just sucking all their money and it gave them no return. Make sense? So what I mean by that is, let's just say that I see real estate agent. They go in, they start to buy the nice car, they start to get an office space, they start to pretend like, that they're somebody. But instead, dude, it's just sitting at home, boom, 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 plug it in, call, right? Once you start getting some deals, once that business starts to prove that it can generate some money, that's when you start to dump more money in it. So it's a proven concept that it worked for you now. So yes, dude, I would start out with one VA. Would each VA need a software account? No. All of your VA can use that same software. And you know what's crazy? Let me share with you. For those of you who's like, Khang, I got a VA or I got an employee. Let's just say you don't have the time to train your VA. Whether you want to train them how to be a closer or calling seller, filtering the lead for you, well, guess what? So for those of you who join my my coaching program, my Wholesale to Millions Academy, we will train and coach your VA for you. So imagine that. Imagine be like, hey, Khang, dude, take them over. So we'll train your VA on how to get that motivated seller leads, how to talk to them, right? Also, too, is co-wholesale as well. Showing them how to find these buyers. If that's you. Make sense? But yeah, no, dude, everyone in your company can use that software, bro. So it doesn't have to be like one VA needs a different one. I hope that answered your question. But I like where you're going. But yes, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's I got one VA. She's on it for 5 hours. I just need to increase her to like 8 hours a day, which I will. And that way she can be 8 hours going through all this and then just finding deals like this and getting it done. Dude, the co-wholesaling part, dude, I literally don't have to do anything because it's so much. It's, like, because you don't need to talk to seller. And I didn't spend any money on marketing. It's just paying that VA and that VA is doing all the work, right? And I didn't have to spend on money on generating motivated seller leads. What other questions? Oh my God, what other question you guys got here? Let me see if I'm trying to pick somebody new here so I can answer. Andrew said you got to continue grinding until you get that yes. That's part of the game. Just know that every no that you get is one closer to one yes. And one yes, just like what Dustin, one yes, dude, $65,000. One yes. One yes, baby. And I'm sure Dustin must have got a lot of FU before he got that one yes. We all do. All right? You got to have thick skin. All right? But I'm telling you, that first FU will be like, oh, ooh, ouch. It will hurt. And some of you will go to your room and cry like a little bitch. Right? They call you, they cuss at you, calling you a bunch of names. Right? Because it never happens before. So some of you, I'm saying some of you, dude. Dude, you got to build up that thick skin. And you got to focus on what matters. What matters is you got to get to that money. Everything else, just forget it. That shirt hurts. Oh, you don't want me to take off my shirt, bro. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, yeah, good question. So this, I'm going to answer this last question is for Kev. Okay. Kev said, how do we cancel the contract? So I'm going to, this is the last questions. All right. So a lot of you, this is what you worry about. And, I wish when I first started my real estate business that someone would have told me this. Someone would have told me, hey, Khang, if you get a property in the contract and if the number doesn't work out, dude, you can call and cancel the contract. Here's what it is. So let's just say that you got a property in the contract, bro, for $100,000. Okay. Here's what you need to do before you cancel the contract. So let's just say that you got a property in a contract for $100,000. Okay. And then you send it out to your buyers. Okay. And the buyer will be like, hey, dude, I can't buy for 100K. I can only buy for 90,000. Okay. Let's just say you send it out for only 90,000. All the buyers said, hey, I only buy for 90 G's. Okay. So now you got under contract for 100,000. The first thing you need to do, Kev, is you need to call the seller back. Okay. And you need to renegotiate. You need to renegotiate, which means, hey, can you get the seller to come down to 80 or 85? Make sense, bro? So that way, because your whole thing is now you're just trying to match make. You got a buyer that's ready to go at 90, and now you see, hey, if you can get anything, you can get the seller to come down lower than 90, then it's really for you to keep. Make sense? For you to keep. And if the seller say no, then the worst thing can happen to you is you just cancel the contract. And typically, you even get your earnest money deposit back, which is your EMD. But let's just say worst come to worst, you be like, hey, you know what? I took a lot of time. The seller, I feel bad for them. Dude, then the worst can happen in wholesaling is you lose your earnest money deposit to the seller. And that dude can be your contract can be like a $10 earnest money deposit. That's the worst case that can happen in wholesaling. So for me, every single one of our contract, we put a $250 EMD. Seller never really asked about it. I could have put $100, but I just choose to put $250 in there, right? Worst come to worst, I cancel the contract and I'll just like, hey, release that earnest money deposit to the seller. That's it. So don't be afraid to put a property in a contract when you know that this can be a potential deal. Worst case, renegotiates or cancel the contract with the seller. Walk away, move on to the next deal. Seller cannot come after you. They cannot try to sue you. They cannot force you to buy the property. All right, because in that contract, it's legally said that you have X amount of time as a potential buyer to inspect that property. And if you don't like it, you can cancel the contract, back out. You just need to make sure that you stay within that inspection period, that you let the seller know beforehand. Even if you make an offer to a property that's listed on the MOS, you don't need to hire an inspector. You don't need to hire nobody. You can simply call the realtor up and say, hey, I don't feel good today. I just want to back out of the deal. It can be as simple as that. Make sense? You don't need to come back. You don't need to come up with any kind of excuses. As long as you're still within that contingent period. All right, guys. Once again, for those of you who's like, Khang, hey, I want to join your academy, then all you need to do is, hold on a second. Where is it? All you need to do is go to coachwithkhang.com. Love to have you a part of the academy. Once again, I want to work with people who are driven, who are ambitious, coachable, and ready to take action. If that's you, go to coachwithkhang.com. Look forward to seeing you in the academy. That's all the time that I got. I appreciate each and every single one of you that's here with me. Kev, I hope that answered your question. Until next time, take care, and let's go get this money. I'm out.